270 being the magic number on the Electoral College. Bob, you've been on the phone dialing around. What have you heard?
Well, I can't find a single Republican. I talked to probably 12 Republican senators yesterday or their representatives. I couldn't find a single one who now thinks they're going to win. They were saying things like, look, we realized a couple of weeks ago that, that we were not going to win, but now we may lose by historic proportions. I mean, something that will, one person said to me yesterday, that could affect the Republican Party for generations to come. I'm not sure the Republican Party is going to survive.
I continue to believe Mr. Trump will not be president. It's not hosting a talk show or a reality show.
So that means that
certain.
No scenario that we could lay out to get Donald Trump to 270 electoral votes. Tell us why Pennsylvania is impossible for Trump.
It's the Easter Bunny, okay? It doesn't exist. He's going to walk out of southeastern Pennsylvania, Philly, and those 3 suburban counties, Delaware, Montgomery, Bucks. She's going to have north of 500,000 margin. There's just numerically not enough vote to pick up.
Willie, we predicted that Trump could win the Republican nomination. We predicted that Marco Rubio, at least, I don't want to associate too many people with me because it made a lot of people angry, but I predicted that Marco Rubio's campaign was never going to go anywhere. And predicted about a month ago that Donald Trump could actually, if you look at the industrial Midwest, a lot of us swore, Donald Trump could actually win the general election. That prediction is pulled off the table for me.
I was eating breakfast with my kids this morning before I went to go vote, and they're both so excited at the idea that a girl could be president. The idea of Donald Trump beating the person who could be the first female president.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't get any worse than that.
Right, that's right.
And as I was waiting in line, there were 2 older white guys. They're behind me, and in the span of 5 minutes, they badmouth Latinos loudly and very transparently. Badmouth Latinos, Muslims, and black people, okay? And I just couldn't take it anymore. And I just turned around and I told them to shut the F up. We wouldn't have experienced that before. Like that kind of open hatred where you feel emboldened enough to talk like that about 3 groups of people in the country that are different from you. And it scares me. I don't want to live in a country like that.
Yeah.
There was only 2 guys we'd ever banned in TYT history, and one of them was Donald Trump, way before he ran this time around. Yeah. And he broke us on that, to be fair.
I mean, in terms of the popular vote, would be always would be kind of close, but the electoral vote won't be close at all. I think he's going to win by, I think Hillary will have 320 electoral votes when it's all said and done, plus or minus 5.
You got a Latina. You have to today.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it turns out you guys might make all the difference.
Look, this election is over, okay? Trump cannot win.
We actually have some actual election results. And in fact, Trump is now taking the lead in Florida.
He's taking the lead.
Wait, where?
In Florida.
Okay.
And so, come on, stop doing this every 2 seconds.
Yeah, I agree.
Killing ourselves.
It got quiet in here the minute we started reporting these real results.
Yep.
And if that continues, there is going to be a Paul in here.
I don't even want. I mean, I think.
Where are you?
I will cry. I will literally cry. I'm not even.
Hold on, this is serious. So the calculation that the New York Times has had as a running prediction of winning the presidency. Last time I glanced at it, John, I don't know if you've been looking at that win presidency meter below the states, below the map. Well, it was at it was at 80% an hour ago for Clinton.
What is it now?
68%.
Okay, God damn it, I'm nervous. God damn it, if we need Florida, are you shitting me? Okay, yeah, I don't see a fucking landslide here. I don't see it at all.
The New York Times forecast of who's likely to win. Donald Trump, now the favorite to win the presidency, 51%.
Jesus. This is the most haunting thing I have ever had, we've ever had on the Young Turks.
I can't even believe how this is going so far. And this is why I don't obsess about the polls.
As we were talking, 54% chance that Donald Trump wins. They moved while we were talking. It just moved again.
Maybe we should stop talking.
55% chance Donald Trump is going to win right now.
Stop
according to
saying
New
the
York Times.
number.
61% chance of winning
This
for
is
Donald Trump.
insane.
Talk about how historically pathetic the Democratic Party is. That they let this guy, who has never had any success in business, he's had a track record of monumental failure, and they let him.
How do we explain how this is possible?
How did this happen? Experienced politician versus racist fake gynecologist. Get your abortions now, because we're going to be...
America is crying tonight. I'm not sure how much of America, but a very, very significant portion. I mean, literally crying.
Everybody is crying and so upset, and it is the end of their world.
Feels like the end of the world.
You're awake, by the way. You're not having a terrible, terrible dream. Also, you're not dead and you haven't gone to hell. This is your life now. This is our election now. This is us. This is our country.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Complicated business.